In this video, we're going to take a look at a spinning reel for you budget-conscious anglers. We're going to take a look at the Abu Garcia Max X. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're going to be looking at the Abu Garcia Max X spinning reel. And guys, this is the entry-level reel in Abu Garcia's spinning reel lineup. So it is relatively inexpensive and offers a pretty good jump over, like I would say, the $20 Walmart special, combo type reel. This is a freshwater reel, but you could use it for some light saltwater use. You just have to make sure that you maintain it, you clean it, you oil it, that kind of thing if you're going to use it in saltwater. I'll probably actually use this reel sometimes for some light saltwater use, but most of the time it's going to be used in freshwater. This is the 30 size, and just let me give you some specs on this, right? So on the 30, and I'm just referring to my iPad here off screen, guys, because I want to make sure I get all this stuff right. So it's funny, they say that on the website, they say that for the 30, that the gear ratio is 5.8 to 1 on the website. On the reel, it says 5.1 to 1. And on the box, it says 5.1 to 1. So I'm going to go with 5.1 to 1. So Abu Garcia, you guys need to get your website accurate. That's not so good. But it is a 5.1 to 1 reel. And it does have right-left retrieve, so you can turn the handle over. So for you left-handed anglers or right-handed anglers, you can adjust which side the handle is on. It has a max drag of 14 pounds, and it has a total of 4 ball bearings. So it has 3 ball bearings and a roller bearing, I guess is how they describe it. So a total of 4. And then the braid capacity is 180 meters of braid at 10-pound test, right, for the 30 size. So obviously that will change depending on what size you get. If you're fishing medium or medium heavy spinning rods, I really like the 30 size reel. It just seems to be the right size reel for me. This thing is spooled up with 10-pound test of Berkley X9 Braid in the high vis yellow or high vis green, whatever you call that. And then I think I have a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader tied to it. I do use backing, guys, so I don't put braid directly on the spool. I run a 10-pound test monofilament line backing and then tie braid to that and then fill up the spool. By doing that, guys, you're going to save a little bit of money. Braid is expensive, and so if you buy a bulk spool, if you're going to do a whole bunch of these, which is what I did, I bought a bulk spool of braid, but I backfill with monofilament. That way I get a whole lot of reels out of a bulk spool of braid. I really like the Berkley X9, so I'm going to put a link down in the description below where you can pick up Berkley X9 Braid. I was a Power Pro user for a long time. I've got Power Pro on a lot of my reels still, but I figured I was going with Abu Garcia, might as well go with the same parent company's fishing line. So in this case, I went with a Berkley X9, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy with that braid. But onto the reel, right? So in general, when you're looking for a fishing reel, you're gonna look for something that is comfortable, relatively lightweight, has, a good feel to it. Like when you're spinning a handle, is it smooth? Does the bail open easy? Does it close easy? And I'm listening for that click, guys, right? So, right, good lockups on the mechanism. And guys, if you're new to fishing, right, and you're new to spinning reels, don't use the handle, right, to close the bail, right? Don't do that. That's hard on the reel. I know I'm going to get a comment from somebody who's going, oh, I've been doing it that way for 25 years, haven't broken a reel yet. Well, good for you, right? Congratulations. Thanks for the comment, by the way. Helps the algorithm. But in truth, guys, everybody says, and professional anglers and reel manufacturers and everybody else says, it's so much easier on the reel if you close the bail with your hand before you start reeling. So they're your reels, and it's your money. So, if you want to wear out a reel prematurely, so you have to buy a new one because you like buying new fishing gear, well, I can't say I can't relate to that, because I do like buying new fishing gear. But in general, you're going to want to take care of your gear. Just get in the habit of closing the bill by hand. Other than that, guys, it is not the lightest reel, and so I don't see a weight on the website. So it doesn't actually give a weight, but that's okay. And I don't have a scale. So, and to me, guys, I mean, if you're fishing budget gear, you're not going to get the lightest, thing on the market, because reducing weight costs money. So, this is what it is. It's the basic reel in Abu Garcia's lineup. And so I'm just going to talk MSRP, right? So MSRP on this reel is $39.99 on the website, right? So $39.99, but I always, guys, seem to be able to find this reel on sale somewhere. And so when I picked it up, and guys, I spent my own money for this stuff. I didn't get any of this for free. I bought all this. So when I bought this, guys, I spent $26.99, 27 bucks for this reel. And I would say that in the $25 range, this is a pretty good reel. If you're gonna spend $40 on it, I would go ahead and spend $50 and get a better reel, right? But in the $26, $27 range, right, where you're about half the price of a $50 reel, now we're talking for something like this. So just looking at the next level up in Abu Garcia's reels, right, from the Max X, the next one up is the Max STX, right? And so MSRP on this reel is $49.99. So $39.99, $49.99. So $10 more is this reel. And if you can't get this reel on sale, I would recommend that you buy this reel instead. And we're going to do a review on this reel. But this is a 6-ball bearing reel. It's a little smoother. It's got a 5.8 to 1 gear ratio. I really like reels in like the 6.2 for a size 30. So, it's a little bit higher gear ratio. I like that a little bit better than the 5.1 to 1. So this reel, I think, is a better buy in the $40 to $50 range. But if you can buy this reel on sale for around $25 to $30, it's not a bad reel. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this thing outside. We're going to hook it up to a fishing rod. As a matter of fact, I bought this reel for this rod. This is a Ugly Stick Intercoastal, a little 6.5 foot medium action rod. I bought this rod in college over 20 years ago, and it refuses to die. It has been on fishing trips all over the United States with me. As a matter of fact, this is the medium action travel rod I let my youngest son use when we're traveling. And I can't tell you how many different reels I've had on this thing that I've worn out over time. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Max X reel on this rod. And then we're going to go ahead and tie up an artificial bait on this thing. We're going to take it outside and we're going to see how it casts, see how it retrieves, just get kind of an overall, feel for this reel. One other thing that I'll say, guys, and I'm just not happy about this, and it's just something that I seem to notice in inexpensive reels, is when I'm adding line to the reel, it has a tendency to fill the back half of the spool more than the front half. Now, there are little washers that you can put on the shaft that adjust this, in or out. And I probably need to mess with that. I'll probably take this line back off and then re-spool it. But, I kind of wanted to, when I noticed it was loading like that, I decided to fill it up and just show you guys, because I wanted to show you out of the box what this does. And in comparison, right, here's the Max STX, right, and it loaded the line, even. So I just get frustrated. It seems to be that the less expensive the reel, the more likely it is to do that out of the box. And it's just kind of frustrating to me that the line doesn't lay evenly on the spool. It should. So, but it's a minor thing. I'm gonna fish with it a little bit and see how the line lays once I use the reel quite a bit, and then if I need to unspool it and respool it, I'll do that. Let's get it outside and see how it fishes. All right, guys, we are on the Alafia River here in Riverview. Shout out to my friends Chris and Kathy for letting me use their dock for this test. I'm going to test out the Abu Garcia Max X reel, do some casting and some retrieving. I've just tied on a little swim bait here. I'm not really expecting to catch anything, but if we do, hey, it'll be great for the test. Let's do some casts and see how it does. So off the bat, I can say the line comes out the reel pretty smooth. Retrieve feels pretty smooth as well. You know, it's pretty good for a budget reel. I'd certainly love for a fish to hit this thing so we could see what fighting the fish is like and what the drag feels like. But maybe that'll be a future video. Plan to do a bunch of fishing this fall with a whole bunch of different fishing rods. And so be sure to watch my fishing videos, because in that we definitely catch fish and show the landing of the fish and how the tackle performs and that kind of thing. Here's a camera shot of the reel as we're casting, and as you can see, line comes off the reel pretty smooth. There was no really hang-ups on the spool, so that's good. Retrieve felt pretty good. I mean, it is a budget reel, so it's not going to be as butter smooth as some of the more high-performance reels, but this is definitely a reel I feel like I could fish and really not have any problems. The gear ratio is a little bit lower than I'd like, but just reel a little bit faster and you'll be set. All right, guys, pretty good. All right, guys, final thoughts on the Abu Garcia Max X. Bottom line is, guys, I think this is a great budget reel, but only when you can get it on sale. If you're gonna pay full MSRP, if you can't find these on sale anywhere, for a couple dollars more, there are better reels on the market that I think you're gonna like more. Definitely like the Max STX or even the Max Pro or the Max Z. If any of those reels are on sale, so they're the same price as the Max X, definitely buy the higher end reels. I mean, I think that just makes sense. But if you can get this thing for around $27, $28, you know, under $30, and you need a budget reel, maybe you want a spare reel for your tackle box just in case, you know, something happens to your main reel, or you're looking for a cheap reel to put on a rod for one of your kids or something like that, the Max X is pretty decent for that. And guys, quite honestly, I mean, I think this is a reel that's going to get a lot of use for me. Number one, it's going to be on one of the rods that my youngest son loves to use. I mean, he loves to fish, so anytime we're camping and there's a body of water, he wants to go fishing. So this is going to get slapped on that rod, and he's going to go down, and so this is going to get a lot of fishing in, and I think it's going to catch a lot of fish. So I think it's a decent reel, but it's a budget reel. So, you know, don't expect this reel to do something that like the Abu Garcia Zada or one of the Revos will do. It's just not that. It's a budget spinning reel. It's gonna work, it's gonna last you a long time, it's gonna catch a lot of fish, but it's not gonna be all fancy, you know, as it does it, right? And it's definitely, you know, not super lightweight, and, you know, the gear ratio is a little bit lower than I want, and, you know, it just, you know, not as many ball bearings as some of the better reels. So, you know, hey, budget reel. But if you're looking for a budget reel, I can't say that you shouldn't get this. I would just say make sure you find it on sale. Guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. That's why we do these gear reviews, guys. We don't want you to go out there and buy something and then figure out that what you bought was the wrong thing, and then you've got to go spend even more money. We're doing these gear reviews so that you can make an educated decision when you're choosing the right gear for you and your family to go outside. So I'm going to put an affiliate link down below, guys, where you can pick up the Abu Garcia Max X. As I've said before, it is an affiliate link, which means I get a little commission on the sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it's a great way to support my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and ring that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. We've got a whole bunch more reel reviews and fishing gear reviews and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of outdoor content coming here at Kemp Outside. So I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, thanks for watching. If you want to, you can connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or our website at kempoutside.com. And if you have any questions at all about the Abu Garcia Max X or just fishing in general, drop something in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.